Hey everybody, Psychosaurus is here. Welcome back to Age of Empires Online, and today we'll start finally those quests here in Pataliputra. But before that, we had actually some patch, some maintenance, and we got some updates. And yeah, let's just go through quickly of those and then get back to the quest. So let's start with this. So quest updates. Legendary Kalinga's Eternal Bastions widened the cliffs between the two players' spawn points for better unit movement. This one was for one of those 5-star legendary quests. Yeah, there were very narrow paths, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, it's not that hard to walk through those. But unfortunately, someone had to make like 100 caravans to get them stuck there. So yeah, it's a little bit wider now. Legendary Death at the Bay of Bengal made several balance adjustments to the quest. Now, if you watched my latest video, yes, I did this quest, and I believe I was commenting it at the end and saying this quest is like stupidly hard. And I'll be honest, there were a lot of design things. So yeah, you can check that out, how hard it was, and see for yourself. I was also trying to do it as Celts, and I'll be honest, it was way harder than with Greeks. Okay, Greeks were like really good because yeah, you get murder holes for your towers. Great tech, you should use it. What a surprise! Yeah, it helped a lot, and then late game you get the Greek fire for bonus damage versus ships, so it would help even more. It would be a lot better. But with Celts, like yeah, either you don't have Batanatos H3 advisor, and so you're stuck with H2 H3 towers, and so your towers do very little damage. Or you get Batanatos, but then hey, you will need a lot more resources and more time to build those towers. And then you need to reach H4 to actually get those upgrades for your towers and pay for those. Yeah. So for Celts, it would be a lot harder. I just don't want to imagine what it would be like for Persians, for example. Oof, that would be nasty. But yeah, that quest definitely needs some changes, and I definitely want to check them out at some point. And yeah, we'll get back to this quest, and I'll tell you about it, like why I think it was bad, and we'll see how better or worse. We'll see. It actually is gonna be now. Godavari River and all its variants made several balance adjustments to the quest. Now, from what I've heard, it was like change that happened actually last patch, but it was not mentioned. Whatever, I don't know what this one is about, okay, so whatever. Okay, nothing. UI updates added a new icon for the new version of Tools of Valand. The original versions of this item retain the original icon. Yeah, so now you can tell, just like with MOS items, there were like the droppable versions until they became MOS exclusive. So the same thing happens with Tools of Valand, but in this case, it's not like Tools of Valand would become exclusive item. No, it just, there is a new version which grants more gather rates, and it's overall better, I would say. And now the newer versions of Tools of Valand, now you can recognize them by the icon. It looks pretty nice, I would say. And the old versions, yeah, they still have the old icons, so you can also recognize those. Improve the can't be traded and can't be sold text on items for better clarity. This one, if you ever use gear on your units, you cannot trade them with other players anymore. You cannot put them into the vault, stuff like that. There would be a text telling you this, which would be can't be traded, can't be sold. Now, unfortunately, it would not tell you like, hey, you cannot put this into the vault anymore, and stuff like that. So this was changed. Now it's, I would say, wider text, but yeah, it's definitely telling you a lot more than just this and this. So it's definitely better and improvement in my opinion. So yeah, thumbs up for this one. Bug fixes fixed an issue where the Indian scout did not correctly spawn while players were visiting the Zabul region. This one is about if you go to Zabul, you can actually find your scout there and you can run around and also play this mini game where you are finding Bahram around the map. So you can do that with scout, and the Indians did not have the scout there, so now they should have them there. Okay. Fixed the display issue where the Pataliputra region incorrectly showed the Londinium display name and incorrectly took players to the Londinium region when the quick travel shortcut for it was used. Yes, this is part of the rotations. There was a bug. And you could have seen it for this like almost a week now, but now not anymore, for now at least. Basically, when the Pataliputra was on rotation, you couldn't actually. It will tell you that it's actually Londinium region, and yeah, you could click on the icon and it will tell you to the Londinium. I didn't try clicking it, but yeah, the Londinium text was there, so that should be fixed now. Fixed an issue where the enemy names in the quest Defeat Ephesus and all its variants were set incorrectly. I saw that there were, I think, Sardinians, Sardis. I think it was from those. That was the name, yeah, of those enemies. Fix an issue where several quests from the Conquest of Britannia quest pack incorrectly allowed ships to be trained without failing their optional objectives. That's actually interesting. That was possible. I didn't try that, no. I always try to keep my optionals, try to fulfill them. So yeah, someone could have tried and hey, it did not fail. So that could have been possible. Now it's not, okay. Fix an issue where some objective text were not correctly localized. Fix an issue where the quests from the Pabata's Lost Armor booster pack were not correctly included in the Pataliputra region's featured quests in the quest rotation system. Okay, that's good fix. Okay, other updates added several missing translations for non-English versions of the game. Added missing flagpoles for Celtic, Babylonian and Norse civilizations to the decoration blueprints. Store in Vanity Island. Changed the order of items in the store for better consistency. This is actually nice. Nice thing that the free civs actually finally get their own flagpoles. So yeah, just filling the collection. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. So nothing else worth mentioning. So let's close this. And we are going back to the quest. Now, like I said, we have the quest line, you know, the campaign first, and then you get to the repeatable versions. And you can see we have the repeatables here. We have the champion mode here, and then we have the legendary ones up here at Moria. Or Maurya. Maurya, okay. Chandragupta Maurya, yeah.
Blessings upon you.
And so, instead of just going through a campaign, which, by the way, I found it quite boring, to be honest, at least at first, but then, yeah, it becomes better after a few quests, but you go, like, through the first one, then you go, like, few, and it's like, what is going on? Why is it so boring? Like, it's stupidly easy, like, those first quests, and then you get to the next one, which become definitely better and feels a lot better, but at the same time I have to criticize them because this quest pack is supposed to be level 35, and at level 35 I would expect something like, I don't know, like at least Marion level difficulty, but some of them, like, no, they did not offer those, unfortunately. But yeah, something more difficult. But anyway, let's get to the quests. And we are gonna start with the first one, which is Reclaiming Jiranga Hills. And this is the first one you'll go through. This is 1-star quest. And yeah, it's very easy. As you will see, very simple. And the most important thing about this quest is you'll fight a lot of monkeys. And that's basically it. There's a lot of monkeys, as you can see. Make sure you might throw those units a little bit better. Okay. So what do you have to do? You have to kill 2 monkeys and defeat the enemies. That's the whole thing about this quest. Very simple, very straightforward. Now, at first you start with this army, of course. You save these villages. Now you need to save your village. I believe this would be your allies' village if you're playing this in co-op. I think so, at least. So now you need to save your own town center. you can see, these monkeys take quite a while to kill. Which is annoying, but yeah, it's manageable. They are not such a huge threat, so we can do this, this. Now, as you can see, nicely converted to your control. And now we can get into the action. Now, also there are the optionals. Don't reach H4, don't reach H3. So yes, we are going to be in H2, which is important to remember. H2 limited unit roster. And now I picked Celts because I wanted to use those druids. Yes, druids are gonna be perfect for this quest. And if you know why, it is because those druids actually have huge bonus, and I mean really huge bonus, against huntables. And because monkeys are huntables, yes, druids are gonna hurt a lot. And it's gonna be beautiful. Now, as you can see, you also got plantations instead of your typical farms, so you can use these to your advantage and put 2 villagers on each together, which is nice. And since I'm playing solo, you can actually use their plantations for yourself. Now, it's a little bit more complicated because they are not under your control, so if you send villagers to the plantation and it's already fully occupied, the villagers will not spread to the other plantations around. At least it did not happen once to me, I know that. And I can show it to you. Okay, let's get to caravan production. We are allowed to do anything, okay? And since you have like your starting army, you don't have to worry about them too much. But yeah, let's build our own storehouse next to those. So I can show it to you, huh? Once this is built, if I order the villager to gather from this, it will not go to this plantation. At least I know I tried it and I saw it like, why aren't they gathering? And it was because they went to this. And yeah, be ready for some monkeys early on. And remember, these do melee damage, the melee infantry, and these do crush damage, so careful with these monkeys. Yeah, see? This one, okay. And you can see it's not going to the other plantation. So it's a little bit trickier because of that. So you need to keep in mind that you should always switch the rally point when you are using those plantations. And obviously it's nice because, hey, you don't have to, like, you can use their plantations instead of building 4 farms. Like, that's very nice. Although I might not really need that much food, luckily, because I'm going for druids, so I need the gold. So let's get those caravans up and running. And yes, you can actually trade with the ally here. Remember that, you can always check it here. If you see the ally here, then it means you can trade with them. And it's obviously good because, hey, a lot of gold for me, for free. Anyway, let's build those sacred grouse. Grouse, whatever. We are going for those druids. Obviously, Kartimandua, very useful advisor here, actually. Yeah, remember, do not click on the A job, okay? Because of the options, so you are stuck in H3 during this quest. I think I'm okay with the farms. I'm not okay with the lack of houses, though. Okay, let's do that. Let's do it like this, come on. Okay, full house. Let's get... I can be okay with just 1 armory. But yeah, let's just grab 2, because I can. Grab those upgrades, whatever. And get more woodcutters. I think just put like... I think 3 are more than enough. Now remember to grab the Gift of Valor to buff your druids, like 25% extra health and damage. That's so useful. Yeah, give me that, come on. Come on, give me that wood. Of course, I could use my army to just attack, but no, we're going full druids. Let's use them for defense only and then attack with druids. There you go. How long does it take? Standard. Okay, we're gonna need this. I'm gonna use the pierce armor because there are some towers around. So we will want to survive. And yeah, I'll tell you, I kind of like this quest as it is 1 star. You fight a lot of monkeys, which are not your typical unit that you can just counter because they are huntables. So you need to use either something very specific, like the druid, for example, or you just use your strongest unit that you can easily spam without a problem and just get into the action with them. Let's just get a lot of those. Of course, priest units take forever to train, so let's do it like this. Let's add more. And yes, just so you see, melee infantry, yeah, very high damage actually. I'm surprised how high it actually goes with the upgrade, and just 1 melee upgrade and you are already at like 36, and I don't have like any damage gear except the staff, which is like 60%. It's not even like 80%, okay? It's just 60% and you are already high, which is actually incredible how high those druids can get. Okay. And we can go to the action. And just look at them, okay? Look at the damage. Yeah, of course. They are not aggressive on their own, but yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. That just hurts. So let's get into the action. Yeah, we have towers here. Walls are somewhat annoying. Yeah, we'll get to you. And yeah, it's pretty much straightforward. You just go and attack at this moment. Let some druids heal. It's very nice. It's very nice that they can actually heal themselves as well. It's like fighting monkey versus monkey. Once out of combat, they can heal. But my monkeys can heal during the combat. And just look at how brutal this is. Counter, like, yeah, 5 times, that ain't no joke. Now be careful, as there is a fortress ahead of you, so you will need to do a lot of damage. Some units, yeah, they have some pre-placed units here, so be careful. There can be some around, especially around Turangas, as those do bonus versus priests. You can see it's not bad, right? Yeah, this is great. Okay. Okay, those are the Turangas. Remember, they do bonus versus priests. Quite annoying. Hey, you did not break this, come on. Okay. I could probably delete some villagers and just train more druids. That's not bad, though. It's pretty good. Okay, remember to look for those shrines. Now, if I remember, there's some over there. Some druids to heal. More monkeys. Attack those villagers, come on. See, one attack and it's like almost dead. Like, ooh. I kinda wish I had the kitten of the wolf now. So they would actually one-shot those fire monkeys. Yeah, there are the shrines. Should have attacked those, didn't pay attention, whatever. Kill them. Yeah, it's kinda sad that they do not auto-attack on their own. You can see they are in aggressive stance. It is unfortunate. Okay, get rid of this. Remember, druids do not get any crush armor because they are priest units. So typical priest unit does not get any crush armor. Yeah, I need to continue with those videos like about unit types. So yeah, priests are definitely on the list. We'll get to those at some point. Okay, come on, stack up and break it. Okay, let's get rid of these shrines. Break those towers. Jiranga down. More monkeys. This tower is annoying because it's behind the trees. This one as well, but it's a lot better, I would say. Easier to get to. Now be careful around here because this is the area with those big monkeys, and the fire monkey there actually hurts. Come here, monkey. You didn't want to play first, now you want. Just look at it. That damage, yeah, that's beautiful. This is how you kill monkeys with druids. Okay, break this TC. Okay, a few more shrines. Try to heal him, save him for a little bit longer. Someone building this. Okay, you guys are done here. Okay, we can build some watch posts just to reveal the area. And you can go back. Okay. Finally, the tower is down. Now here's the big monkey. Let's get rid of it. Careful, the melee monkey also has some splash damage. So druids help that they can heal each other, but yeah, it's going down pretty fast. That's the first monkey, second monkey. I mean, I can hurt it, but oh boy. as you can see, the monkey hurts. It has a lot of damage, like almost 1000, but it also attacks fast, so it's not that high on hit, but whew, that's a lot of damage anyway. Oh wait. Yeah, unfortunately, the damage is not that high against villagers, so I guess I need to group up so we don't die like one at a time, like this. Otherwise, like, yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. We need the numbers. It's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, we need those. Okay, you cut down those. Okay, this should be enough, hopefully. Okay, let's go. Yeah, remember to have some numbers. Units that can actually survive a little bit longer. Druids are not ideal for this. But luckily they can kill the monkey fast. There you have it, we're done. So yeah, very easy, very simple, very straightforward quest. Okay, let me jump. As you could see, just use your army, kill the monkeys. It's very straightforward. Monkeys are not super strong, so your units should be more than sufficient. And yeah, once you have this, remember to just build your economy and then just train your strongest unit. Don't train something like, let's say, North Skirmisher, which does not do any damage. Just train something that does a lot of damage. So you can just kill the monkeys fast. Like, for example, here, yeah, druids are very strong, but as you can see, yeah, you need some number to kill those bosses, especially the fire monkey. But yeah, they can kill the monkeys very fast, but destroying structures is not the fastest. So you could just go spears and you would be fine, in my opinions. Just a lot of spearmen, so make sure to use those plantations early. Just train a lot of them, and yeah, spears should be fine. Just keep spamming them. Anyway, treasure camps. First one over here, which is like the last base, and I believe that's like, yeah, that's the second base near the monkey pit. Just go from the monkey pit to the east and you'll find the first treasure camp. Second treasure camp is near the fortress in your way. So yeah, just go a little bit further to the west and it's there. And last one is behind the first gate, so straightforward, you can't miss this one. But yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time to actually get this done. Come on, attack! Attack! Yeah, luckily your druids can kill those treasure camps because usually they hurt, but there is no bonus against priests on these camps. That's actually nice. So your druids can actually soak a lot of damage, especially when they can heal faster. But please give me those armor upgrades, come on. Oh, and by the way, if you pick Warlord Vercingetorix, your druids will actually do even more damage to huntables. So, just an interesting fact. You can use this against the monkeys as well if you don't wanna really do the no H3, H4 optionals and just go straight H4. Yeah, you can just do a lot of damage to monkeys with this. Okay. Let's do this. They should hurt more now. Yeah, the upgrade is there. They shouldn't be dying so fast. 28 health per second. That's not bad during the combat, especially if you can combine it with something with a lot of armor. In this case, the units don't do enough damage, so it's fine. Oh boy. But yeah, let's do. Oh, where's my cursor? Okay. Last one. Excellent. So let's take a look at those rewards. Yes, those are interesting. Okay, so this is a 1-star quest, but it has 6 days cooldown. So only once per 6 days, but for how easy it is, I would say it is good to farm overall. 60 empire points, 2000 coins. Yes, a lot of empire points I would say, but the coins are a little bit worse. For a 1-star chest, no H4 is 500 coins and 2 1-star chests, and no H3, and this is important, 500 coins, 1 guaranteed legendary chest and 1 1-star chest. So for a total of 8 chests, 1 of them being a guaranteed legendary. I think this quest, for how easy it is so worth farming it just for this chest. And you could see it took me like what, 20 minutes.
Walk with the gods.
Yeah, and I was using druids, and even with like other normal units, it's pretty fast. Okay, what's this? Sightings of the Argo. That's the 1 guaranteed legendary item. Great. Oh boy, even the stats are, the numbers are too low. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, I think pretty fast changes. So yeah, some changes. Definitely looking forward to the Bangle, the Death at the Bangle, or whatever it's called, legendary quest. So
welcome.
Yeah, Death at the Bay of Bangle.
The gods.
So I'm definitely looking for that one. Anyway, very easy quest. Hope you enjoyed farming it. I think it's pretty worth farming it for the chest. Like, very easy, very simple, very straightforward. And I would say it's quite interesting. Okay, I actually kind of like this quest. I would just appreciate if it was a little bit more challenging, because you just start with a really good army and it becomes so easier. But I guess it's because I have the gear. So yeah, if you have like weaker gear, I mean, you can gear up pretty nicely yourself, just looking at the store items and maybe visiting the global market and see if there is something for cheap there as well. So it shouldn't be that hard to gear up, especially for quests like this. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please press the like button. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are definitely going to continue with these quests in the future. And yeah, this was like the first in the campaign. So yeah, if you go through the campaign, it's a lot easier. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. Bye.